Hi again. Welcome back to the Cozy Nutty Knitter. This is Sadia, and I am here to teach you how to weave in your ends. So now you have finished your project, but you have these little stragglers from your project hanging around, but you don't know what to do with them. Well, I'm going to teach you how to hide them so that they're not visible and that your project looks clean and neat. So I have my little swatch here that I've knitted, and I've got these two little stragglers right here. So I have my completed project. I have my knitting needle. I have my threader because sometimes it's just not that easy to thread through a needle, even though the eye is pretty big. And then I have a pair of sharp scissors. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by threading my needle. So I found this handy dandy needle threader at Hobby Lobby. I thought, wow, this is awesome. So anyway, here we go. I'm gonna hook that on here, pull it through. Look at that, makes it so much easier rather than trying to fidget with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start off by trying to get my yarn to the back of my project, which it actually is. So I'm just going to find ways to hide the yarn, create a random pattern with the stitches that I use. Now you want to make sure you're not poking through to the very front the fabric, and if you can, if your yarn is thick enough, you can try to break the yarn with your needle. So I'm going to start off by going down this way here and kind of pull it through. There we go. Just to kind of hide it there. And I think what I will do is, let's see, which direction am I going to go? It's just a matter of trying to figure out where you want to go. But when you're actually threading the yarn through, you want to make sure that the yarn isn't too tight. And so I like to kind of stretch it out to make sure that it does not bunch up my newly knitted fabric. And now what I'm going to do is skip on over here through this bump. I'm going to try to see if I can follow that stitch. You know, and there is no real rhyme or reason, but the idea is to try to hide your yarn into your fabric. Let me see. And I like to go in a zigzag motion to keep it from unraveling. I think pretty much I've done enough. So I'm gonna take my needle off what's left of my yarn. Just stretch out my fabric a little bit so it's in there nice and tight. And if you look on the other side, it still looks fine. And then I'm gonna use my scissors to trim off the excess. So try to get as close as I can. There we go. And there it is. I have knitted my first end. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions at all or any suggestions. I will be more than glad to respond to you. But with that, have a wonderful day.